My name is Alan Lightman. I'm a scientist and a writer. My family has a home on a small island in Maine. The island has no roads or bridges, and there's no ferry service. One summer night, in the wee hours, I was coming back to the island in my boat. I was alone on the water. I was captivated by the quiet and the stars overhead. I decided to turn off the engine. I lay down in the boat and looked up. After a few moments, my world dissolved into that star-littered sky. The boat disappeared, my body disappeared, and I found myself falling into infinity. I felt as if I were part of the stars. I was merging with something much larger than myself. And the vast expanse of time, extending from the far distant past, long before I was born, and then into the far distant future, long after I'll be gone, seemed compressed to a dot. What was happening to me? As a scientist, I used to think that everything could be reduced to numbers. But at that moment in the boat, I believe you could have hooked up every neuron in my brain to a giant computer, and all of that data wouldn't have come close to explaining my experience. After a time, I sat up and started the engine again. And so began my personal journey to understand how these different worlds relate. The world of atoms and molecules, and the world of complex human experiences. In a material and impermanent cosmos in the age of science, what is it that has meaning? And how can we find it? I've always loved the ocean. My grandparents had a beach house. And when I was a young boy, I went for a visit. One evening, I walked out on the pier, and I took a stick and waved it in the water. The ocean started glowing. I was totally mesmerized. I thought this was pure magic. I scooped up the water and shouted to my grandparents that I had discovered something fantastic. After the water settled, I saw tiny bugs swimming around. And I realized that this magical glowing was coming from these little creatures in the water. I was a little disappointed, but I also thought, wow, nature is capable of some pretty amazing stuff. At the same time, I saw the material cause of that amazing stuff. What does it mean that our world is just material and that everything follows the laws of cause and effect? Is the world just one giant clock? Wind it up and it ticks away, one cog linking to another? As a scientist, I don't believe there's anything outside the material world or any supernatural forces. But what about our consciousness, our thoughts, our paintings and our symphonies, our falling in love? Could all of that come from mere material, mechanically following the laws of cause and effect? Can it all just be material? Could we be all material? Just stuff? I read somewhere that you could build an entire human body for about $500. So just suppose I could go shopping for the atoms that make up my body. In terms of matter, each one of us is 65% oxygen, 18% carbon, 10% hydrogen, 3% nitrogen, 1.4% calcium, 1.1% phosphorus, and a smidgen of other atoms. Oh, and 1/100th of an ounce of zirconium.
And your total is $538.66.
We're just stuff, and we're pretty cheap.